complete build, never hurt nobody, right? Hello and welcome back to another Onkruid video, welcome back to another unedited Soulstone Survivors episode, where we will be attempting to play with some curses again. Let's not be silly and let's not go for the maximum difficulty like we intended to do a couple of episodes ago. Let's go for curse 5. Seems easy, seems okay. I misused the word easy there completely. I don't know why I said easy, because it's not going to be easy at all. Episode 69, a very nice episode indeed, as you all know. The meme number, the sexual intercourse number. Probably, I don't know, is it the most famous sexual position out there? I think missionary is also pretty well known. I think doggy style is a bit more intricate, a bit more on the down low, a bit more of an underground Kama Sutra page, you know? Not many people get to that level. All jokes aside, and having my video already been demonetized, how have you guys been doing? I've been doing okay. It's Sunday, weekend just been over, or just ended, rather. Just finished recorded, Jesus Christ, my English. Just finished recording Noita, episode 21. Was fun, even though I lost a couple of runs, just without a specific reason or something. I don't really like any of these. I like body slam. Lord knows we love body slam around these parts down. You feel me? I came from my girlfriend earlier today. I was at her house because yesterday was actually her birthday. And because, and it's a bit sadder I guess, we had to go to a funeral together. A father of one of our mutual friends, one of our good friends, sadly passed away after a long, hard-fought battle with cancer. Which is something I've definitely talked about on this channel, and I think also in the Soulstone Survivors series. And yeah, it's still, even you can kind of prepare for that occasion in some way, shape or form, but it never is easy, right? Even if you see it coming, it never is easy. Blade Storm, some critical damage, never hurt nobody either. It was a beautiful ceremony. Yeah, it was actually a-okay. I thought it would be something very heavy, very draining for my energy, because I haven't been to funerals in a long time, and I remember from being a kid that they were one of the things I hated the most out of everything in the entire world. Which now I guess is just the Soulstone Survivors holiday event. I think that took its place. Either way, all jokes aside, it was actually okay, you know. I wouldn't say that it gave me extra energy or it made me happy or something, because that's not correct and also a bit weird talking about a funeral, but there was a beautiful side to it as well. I talked about this with many of my friends that were also present at the ceremony, and the beautiful thing is seeing us all come together to support our friend that lost her father. Something there is like really, really beautiful, stunning, astonishing. To think that 5 years ago, and for some of us even 4 years ago or even shorter, we didn't even know each other really, and now we are standing right behind her when she is facing one of the most difficult times in her life, without a doubt. Or one of the most, maybe just baseline, the most difficult bout without her life, of her life. Really, just like I can't fathom to even start looking for the words to describe what she must be going through, let alone feel it myself. And I do think that there is also some strength to be found in there, because in the way that she is dealing with her loss, dealing with her grief, and the way that she is roaming around, still being able to put a smile on her face and being able to keep in touch with friends and stuff, that is beautiful. That is absolutely phenomenal. It's fantastic, it's amazing, it's awe-inducing. It elicits feelings of proud and pride and no prejudice, which is I think the title of a novel, so that's why that word just immediately followed up the word pride in my brain. But yeah, I think that in a way, when she has kind of regained her footing in life and gotten through this situation without too many problems, too many struggles, she can kind of consider herself to be prepared for everything that life throws at her. I don't think it gets any more difficult than this, at least I hope so, that it doesn't get any more difficult than this sooner in her life, or soon in her life, or actually sooner or later. I definitely wish her like just a valuable life, a full life and a rich life. But I think that she has now kind of experienced something that nobody should first of all experience, but when you experience it, it changes you. It changes you forever, without a doubt. And that's not necessarily even in a negative way. In the client-centered treatment school, the one I am really interested in, there's a lot of talk about post-traumatic growth, for example. I think that's definitely something that can occur here. But yeah, that's how I spent my Saturday morning. And then Saturday evening, my girlfriend's brother and his girlfriend, his fiancée rather, they joined us for a nice dinner in the evening as well. So we still try to make the most out of the day. We still try to make something beautiful out of it. I also wrote a lot of reports about sessions I had with clients during the week right before I went home for the weekend. Didn't find the time to do that yet, but then in the weekend of course I had some time, and that's why I postponed it a little bit, or why I was not scared to postpone it a little bit. And we went to sleep, and then this night at 5 in the morning her parents got up to leave for Tenerife for their vacation. Again, long-time followers of the channel will know about the Tenerife situation, and that my girlfriend's parents have an apartment there, and they very often travel to that warm little island in the middle of the sea right next to Africa, and that me and my girlfriend also joined them on their endeavors a bunch of the time, or a bunch of times. There hasn't been any talk about it for this summer, but I can presume that it will happen, that we will go there again, because you can get tired of that. And that's not really true. I think you can get tired of Tenerife, but I can get tired of Tenerife with my girlfriend, man. If she ever watches this, not that she ever watches any of my YouTube videos, two-faced bitch, but if she would ever watch this, yeah, damn right, girl. It's always fun. Last time I took a bunch of books with me and I spent a lot of time reading, which was also just very fun. And last time was also the first vacation I had after graduating, so it was a nice change to not have to think about school, think about my master thesis, think about what statistical analysis we were going to conduct while researching that master thesis about implicatures in spatial reasoning. And I could really just let everything go and live in the moment a bit. And it was breathtaking. It was immaculate. It was probably one of my favorite years in Tenerife too, even though it was extremely hot. But especially because we did some nice walks, and normally that was something we didn't really get up to all that much in Tenerife, so now, yeah, very welcome. I hope we continue that trend if you would go there again this year. But we probably will. And then Switzerland is also back on the agenda for this year, which is amazing. I feel very privileged. I feel very thankful to my parents, to everyone involved really, to make it possible that I can have such a life where I have like the capacity, both financial and in time and space, to go on vacation. Especially considering I don't have my driver's license myself, so everybody is always taking me everywhere. I feel very privileged and thankful. And it's gonna be a hell of a trip. Switzerland is together with the family on my mother's side, and that's gonna make it a lot more fun as well. Go for nice walks together, explore new areas. Last year, again for the long-time followers of this channel, I went together with that part of the family without like my own parents, without my brother and my sister-in-law, and without my girlfriend even. So I just joined like another household in my family, and I had an amazing time. Also a lot of reading, a lot of exploring. We made some quizzes for each other together, all in all. Beautiful experience, truly also one of my favorite years in Switzerland by far. And that might sound a bit mean to my parents, but it's not in bad blood that I say it. It's with a kind heart and a kind spirit, and it's exactly what the type of life I have been trying to live lately. Looking on the bright side of things a little bit, you know, being a bit more optimistic. And again, letting go of my worries, of my struggles. Reading a lot of The Happiness Trap by Russ Harris, and he can definitely add on to talk about the beauty of such an approach to life as well. Great book. By now, it's beginning to become a little bit repetitive in my opinion, or it's just a lot of things that I already like know about and already even use in my therapy sessions. But still, I want to finish it. But I must say that reading in it now is sure still to learn some new things, but it's additionally like with the goal of being able to finish the book so that I can start the next one. Interestingly, today in the book The Happiness Trap, the book I am trying to finish quickly, they were actually mentioning quotes out of Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, another book that is definitely on my to-read list, and it is in my bookshelf already. I bought it in Paris on another one of those great trips with my girlfriend actually. and it has been on my to-read list for a while. So I want to like finish this one so that I can start that, so that I can finally read Christopher Paolini's To Sleep in a Sky of Stars, so that I can finally start on Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series, of which I have the first 3 books staring at me right here on my desk, you know? There's so much to read and so little time, so I don't want to spend my time eternally on the same book if I feel like it's a bit repetitive. I am gonna finish it because I know that there's definitely still gonna be some new things in there as well, and some things I can use in my therapy sessions. For example, just like last Friday, I was reading about a very cool metaphor about a chess battle. Your mind being a chess battle where the white pieces are the positive thoughts you have about yourself and the black pieces are the negative thoughts you have about yourself. And how about it's an endless battle? It's an endless cause for turmoil up there in your brain, and that's why you should let go of that tendency as well. Stop that battle, because the white and the black pieces attract each other. To give that a bit more perspective, to make that a bit clearer, think about, for example, a good quality about yourself. For me, for example, the thing that immediately comes to mind is I am creative with my words. I am creative in life in general, and I think my words kind of are an external piece of evidence of that, both in the YouTube channel and especially in therapy, when I'm giving therapy, that is, or just in conversations with friends. I like to add a little humoristic note into the conversation once or twice, and you have to have a bit of a creative mind to come up with some of the puns and stuff, for example. Either way, I digress. Immediately the negative thoughts come up to counter it. Yeah, sure, you might be creative with words, but your pronunciation is shit. And just think about the start of this video where you told yourself your English was bad. You're actually not that talented in the slightest on that front. You shouldn't kind of trick yourself. And you see, that's how the battle prolongs. That's how it continues. That's how it will become eternal. How it will become perpetual. It's just gonna remain, the battle is gonna remain, the battle is gonna elongate, and the battle is gonna keep on going if you don't let go of that battle. If you don't let go of the evaluations your mind bestows upon you all the time. Because it's always your mind, it's your thinking self that always tells you those negative and also positive evaluations for that matter about yourself, and sometimes you just let that thinking self go with a little bit. Focus on the observing self for a while. The observing self that isn't thinking, but that is present in the moment. The observing self is the one that observes your thoughts, observes your sensations, observes the world around you. It's always there, and it also never changes. It's one of our greatest feats as being a human, but we often disregard it, or we ignore it, or we just feel like it isn't there, and all we do is think. All we do is think, no matter what, instead of observing, you know? Sometimes observing can be the key to a bit more happiness, and especially a bit more calm, a bit more rest in your mind. Just observe for a second instead of thinking. Really feel instead of thinking. And be present in the moment instead of getting all evaluative and with all those evaluations of everything around you. These are the last bosses, right? Yes, they are, so it doesn't matter that all my revives just get popped. That's why I was playing a little bit ballsy and careless right there. Because here we go. A nice and quick victory. The bleed build never disappoints. Another Soulstone Survivors video in the books. 69 completed, episode 70 coming up, and then only 30 remaining. I think we will get the achievement in episode... let's go 78. I think in 78 we will actually complete the the achievement, and therefore the game for now. And for now, we have completed this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope that wasn't too confusing right there in the end. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.